Okay, Anthony, go ahead and tell me about
so I'll
property.
give you the quick rundown. So first of all, visual inspection, obviously we're not tearing holes in the walls or anything like that, but everything that I was able to open, close, get in, get on, turn off, we were able to do so. Real quick on the report, you're gonna see two different icons. Blue circle with an eye, general information, photos of every room, below every sink, attic shots, aerial shots with a drone, all that. Then you're gonna see an orange triangle with an exclamation point, any defects we found. Not too many with this property. Being built 1979, they've done a lot of upgrades over the years. The structure is very sound. Jumping right in, we do have a couple cracks in the exterior rear block wall, pretty common. It doesn't appear to be creating any issues of leaning or a true safety hazard, but more or less I just want to let you know that I saw that. We're missing a couple screen doors on the rear sliders. One of the screen doors was on another slider was pretty difficult to open and close, just needs to be serviced, maybe with some white lithium grease, something along those lines. The garage, great condition. Obviously with personal belongings, we can't see everything, but I do my best to see if we don't, unfortunately can't move it, stuff like that, but I didn't see any issues. We didn't have any holes in the wall, any live exposed electrical. I did see some areas that they had some stains at one point in the ceiling. I tested it, they're dry, they've been painted over, but I see enough of these that I can pick it out pretty easily. That was my only real issue in the garage space. The opener's good, no problems. As far as the roof, we use a drone to inspect these roofs. We try to stay off of them just to create any issues. You'll see your typical rolled on material like a cool coat, as well as there's a couple sections that have like a clay or a concrete tile. My only real issue with the roof is, just general maintenance. Every couple of years have somebody come up and, tidy some areas up, but there's some palm fronds that are lying on the roof that I recommend having them being removed.
And Mark, do you know, is that?
They're all maintained by the Springs HOA.
So it's a Springs HOA thing.
Okay, so they'll probably just swing by once in a while and grab them. Very small attic space in this property because everything else is flat. Just in the master bedroom closet, there's a small opening you can see up there. I just stuck my head up and took some pictures. We cannot crawl in it. It is not large enough. As far as the electrical system, no problems. It's a 200 amp panel. If you ever wanted to add solar, or you could do solar. I'm not sure how that works here, but as far as electrical vehicles, things like that. We do have carbon monoxide detectors. I do recommend installing smoke detectors in every bedroom. I did see a pack of them underneath the wet bar. It shows us so maybe they'll install those.
Yeah, it's on the contract that it'll be there, so that's fine.
Water pressure is elevated, so that's one of my items that you'll see, the negative item. It's about 110 pounds. We want to be between 60 and 80 pounds per square inch, just so we don't run issues with the plumbing, and that's just a simple fix at the pressure regulator. Either adjust it or replace that.
Okay. 2
water heaters. Both of them have been replaced over the years. They're both strapped. They have everything we need as far as the state of California. The only real issue is when they are replaced, they're going to put what is called a SMIDI pan. It's a catch pan that goes underneath. And then they're going to install what is called a debris catch. And it's just a sediment line on the gas. But as of right now, you'll see it that I say, hey, it should be there, but technically it's not part of it is part of the code now. So when they replace them, that's what will happen. 2 air conditioners and 2 furnaces. So both air conditioning condensers are sitting on the garage roof, and then both furnaces are sitting in closets in the exterior courtyard. All of them test properly. One is quite a bit older than the other. One looks like it's original on the furnace side, and then there's an Amana, which is the manufacturer. It looks, we don't dismantle this one, but it's probably less than 15 years old. It looks to be in really good condition.
Okay.
There is a little bit of rust and corrosion in the original, that burn chamber. I would definitely have somebody just look at it, service it. They could probably clean that out. It's functional, but it is, 42 years old. It's a good year. I was born in 79. So you'll see another comment about a flex gas line running through the furnace case. Pretty basic fix as well. Let's see.
Cool. And what's the flex gas line, just because I know it comes up, what does it mean?
So you're going to see a picture of the typical flex gas line like you would see on the dryer, a water heater, but what it means you cannot have a flexible gas line running through a furnace case. And what that means is the frame. So they say over time, if the vibration sits up against that gas line, can create a small pinhole. Never seen it, but just to be safe. So now they want a solid, rigid piece of gas pipe that runs to the exterior and then make the connection. You'll see I add a photo in the report of what it is supposed to look like, so it should hopefully make sense. AC systems, we're getting anywhere between 62 and 66 degrees pumping through the system. Just remember, right now it's 114 degrees out, so that's pretty good. It's working really, really well. Same thing with those, change your filters every 90 days and then service the system once a year. Kitchen space, everything's functional in the kitchen. I did note there is some moisture and some moisture damage below the trap of the kitchen sink.
Okay.
So that press board is starting to fail. It's not completely saturated, at least where I was at, but it looks about 75%.
Is that an
Picking up
active
moisture.
saturation that's going on, or was it wet, or?
I would say it's definitely damp. You know, normally it'll show red if it's wet, and I'm getting an orange, which is very close.
A bright pink. It's something
Yeah,
close.
it's showing, you'll see a picture, and there's material sitting over the top of it, so you can kind of see where it's deteriorated, and there's a lot of personal belongings. So once that's pulled out, I would just ensure that, you know, it could very well just be a small drip coming from the spray nozzle. I see that quite often, and it's tight, but you never know. So
Okay.
I would have that looked at. Laundry area, I don't run their equipment. They do, obviously, they're living here. I didn't see any moisture damage whatsoever behind the unit. They have currently set up for electric, but just so you know, I did see a gas, it's not connected to a valve yet, but there is a stubbed out gas port on the back. So it just needs to have a gas valve put on, which is very simple. The master bathroom, we're just missing the vanity and the sinks, but you
What?
can see
There's no problem with
those are
that.
coming
Come
in. Shower's good, toilet's good. You know, the shower nozzle, they're dated, so I'm not sure what the plan is, but you know, some of the shower heads are loose. I tightened a couple of them, but they still drip a little bit. It's only when they're flowing. It's not like it's a constant steady drip. The master toilet was a little bit loose at the floor, kind of rocks a little bit. So, you know, if you're going to do any flooring or anything, I would definitely pick that up and then put a new wax ring down.
If you're going to keep the flooring as it is, then you would
Still pull the toilet, and then a plumber will double ring these so they don't have to worry about it in the future.
Okay.
A couple drain stoppers were missing in a couple of the sinks. Very simple. I was just being picky because the house was so clean.
I'm trying to restrain my gasp. Okay.
I know, trust me. I hate to brighten it up, but it's like, I know I'll get that phone call. You didn't tell me there was but I tried to do my best here. Lots of photos you're gonna see of the interior of the property, every room. I did note that the ice machine on the wet bar is not, it's probably just not turned on, but doesn't have ice in it right now. So
Well, it also looks super old.
It is old,
I'm
yeah.
not sure that it
Yeah.
works, to tell you the truth.
So there's a spot for one, so you
Okay,
can
yeah.
put one in there. There, at one point, you could see there was some type of, I'm not sure if it was a chandelier or some type of a light fixture above the little kitchen nook area, but the wiring is still there. You know, maybe just put a cover if you're not going to add a light fixture. You're going to hate me for this, but there's a couple shutter slats that are disconnected on in the front bedroom. Just, I mean, it's that clean. This bedroom is kind of set up. You know, you utilize that bathroom as, I guess, would be like the main bathroom. So it used to have some type of shuttered doors you can see. They're not there, but whatever. I would recommend installing door stoppers throughout the property just because I can see where a couple of doors are hitting, but they put this really nice baseboard in and they just don't put them on, and I get it. I see it all the time. There's some minor cracks in this drywall, or a little bit of separation here in the ceiling in the main hall. Pretty basic. There's really no rhyme or reason, but it just happens. Settling, things like that.
Those are mainly just, would you say, just seam cracks
I would
because
say
of the
seams,
shaking?
yeah, and that's what it
Okay.
is. It's just a little bit of movement. You know, it doesn't take much. The expansion and contraction of heat and cool. Pool, you know, everything on the pool is functional, and it's a high-tech system, so it's pretty neat. We were able to find a remote, so you can run everything from that. Both lights are functional. I did see there's a small crack on the little spillway on the coping. It's not in the pool. It's on the outside. You'll just see some photos of that. It does have a salt cell. Salt cells are beyond my scope. I don't test the pH of the water, but we were talking, Mark was saying that they just had it serviced, and so it looks like it should be functional. I'm not sure if the little robot's staying, but that pool cleaner is really nice. It's awesome.
And the pool equipment itself, how old would you say that is?
There's two different pumps. One pump is a variable speed pump, so it's probably newer. It's less than 10 years old probably. The other one's a little bit older for the jacuzzi pump, or I would say the jets. That one really doesn't matter. That's only on when you're utilizing that system. So the other one is really energy efficient, and you'll see that it has a display on top.
Okay.
It's really nice. And then any direct access points to the pool should have some type of a door alarm just to keep children or anybody from, you know, possibly falling in the pool, and then any self-closing hinges.
And when you say should, that's because it's to code.
It's safety.
Would you say most people don't have that?
Everybody takes them off.
Okay, there we go.
So you
wanted
just
to
have
hear
to have it when they sign the pool off. You'll see them every time, and then you come into the home and there'll just be a piece of tape sitting there because they're gone. But I mean, the home is solid, very, very clean. Just needs your own personal touch is what I'm seeing. I mean, the grounds are great. It's just a few little things, but very, very clean property. You'll see my information all over the report. If you have any questions, concerns, please reach out.
Okay. Hey,
Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony.